Asado, the Spanish word for barbecue. And good morning, and welcome to another beautiful day here in Ecuador. Today we're talking about asados. Is the American asado better than the Ecuadorian asado? And there are some similarities and there are definitely some differences. Moses, what do you prefer, an asado here in Ecuador or an asado in the United States?
I have no idea.
No idea. We're going to find out today because we have a mixture of everything here. And the first thing is that, well, in the United States, you usually don't use a candle to start your fires. But here, and I think it's because of the elevation, these work the best to start your charcoal. Also, in the United States, typically you don't use charcoal. You use a gas grill. Because in the United States, a asado, a barbecue, is basically you come, you're there for a couple of hours, and then you go. Maybe you watch a football game, the football game ends, and then that's it. But here, it's like an all-day marathon. You come for lunch, and you stay until midnight. And I love that about all of Latin America and how you do asados here. So, Moses, we've got some burgers. You like burgers, right? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. We've got some chuletas. Do you know how to say chuleta in English?
No.
No? No idea. All right. Do you know how to say chuleta in English? Leave it right below. Okay, we've got pollo. Do you know how to say pollo?
Pollo frito.
In English?
Chicken.
Chicken, there you go. And then we've got the salsa criolla. That is a typical salsa that you would put on these different meats here. Also, the chicken is usually marinated here, but in the United States, you just put on some salt or some chicken seasoning when it's on the grill. And then we've got some chorizo here. And we've got, what's that, Mo?
Cerveza.
Una cerveza. How do you say cerveza in English?
Wine.
Wine, beer. So we've got some beer there. We've got a bunch of different things to try out. Which is better, the asado in the United States or the asado in Ecuador? Let's find out right now. Let's get the grill going and let's open up these bellas.
Can I see them?
So the first interesting thing is that in houses in Latin America, you have this huge parrilla in a lot of different houses. And if you don't, you get it put in because in the campo of Ecuador especially, this is how you cook your meals. You don't necessarily need to cook inside in an oven. You can cook outside almost all year round where it's beautiful weather. And oh, you get a good workout as well. Oh, it's so heavy. Oh. We've got our charcoal because this is the typical way to cook here. It's a little faster than the leña. You can also use wood here in Ecuador. Again, United States is gas. All right, so the one thing that's different about the charcoal in the United States and here is that in the United States there are these little bricks and you put them on to a Weber grill, which has a cover. Here, you typically don't use a cover to your grill. All right, so we're gonna use a whole lot of charcoal. Moses, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Stand right here, like this. Go ahead. Perfect. So another thing that I really like about doing the charcoal way and the big fire way is that you can put a whole lot of meat on here, and also it's like started when everyone gets here. So typically in the United States, you start it before everyone gets there and you have the meat on, people come, the food is almost ready, and then when you're done eating, people go. Here, it's just an all-day thing. People can come early, people can enjoy it, and then you can continue to enjoy it because there's just an absurd amount of meat here in Latin America to continue eating all day long. It's pretty awesome. All right, let's wait for our charcoal. All right, we are almost ready because the grill is super hot and ready for the meat. But as we wait for the grill to be completely ready, what are the sides? Well, here in Ecuador, it's Yappingachos and Mote. So this is like a corn that you just heat up over the grill and you eat it with some salt, maybe some butter. That's how I like it. And then you've got these, which are basically little potatoes, and you can have like a little in Chile, it's like a pebre type thing with it, and it's super, super good. And then in the United States, it's usually a corn on the cob, maybe a salad, some fruit that's chopped up and things like that, and you share it. So I think the sides are just a little bit different. Also, there is a salad here in Ecuador as well. It might just be some palta, avocado, or it could be some tomatoes, something like that. Something very, very simple, because the main entree in the United States and also here is going to be what comes off of the grill. So good. In Latin America, these are basically your sausages. In the United States, it's a brat, and here it is this choripan, which I really like. In Chile, it's longaniza, which I love, but these are pretty good too.
Okay.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have it. We have our barbecue from the United States, and we also have a barbecue from here in Ecuador, which includes a lot of pork, chicken. You've got this chorizo here, and we've got I think this is the bread that looks the most like the bread you would find in the United States for a burger. So, Moses, what would you prefer? The meat, a burger, yappingachos?
I would choose the meat.
The meat, okay. All right. So, we're a little bit, because we've lived in other countries, these are very Argentinian. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it, and
Like that.
we're going to grab it how we want it, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Give it a shot. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is good. Delicious. How about some chicken? This chicken, I did not marinate like a typical Ecuadorian would marinate it. This just has some salt on it.
Mm-hmm.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so far pretty good. Let's try this chorizo. Not as good as the longaniza from the south of Chile in Chillán, but very, very good, right? Then, I think the Ecuadorian side is very, very good. Some pork, some different meats and things like that. Very different than what is in the south of Latin America, and very different than what you would find in the United States. The atmosphere, the things that you eat, all of these things are different. So, we've got our ketchup, mayonnaise, because Moses was born in Chile, he loves the mayonnaise. And usually you would have mostaza, mustard, with your burger here. If you were at a really good asado in the United States, you would have some smoked meat that takes many, many hours to make, but it's usually ready when you get there. All right, you ready for the burger?
Yeah.
Good, right? We know our burgers very, very well. But what about those sides that I was talking to you about before? The yappingachos and the corn. Let's go check it out. All right, so here we've got our yappingachos, and they look really good. They have some cheese inside of them. Basically, they're like a puree, like a mashed potato that you then put into the oven and melts right in your mouth. Super good. It's really hot.
It's fine. It's fine.
And then this is your mote here, and this is what it looks like. You basically boil the corn and then put a little salt on it, maybe some butter if you're me, and it goes really, really well with this meat. This is the typical asado here in Ecuador. Mixing these things along with your meat in Chile and the southern parts, well, we'll get to that in a little while. Super, super good. I think I really enjoy the burgers just because I'm so gringo, and when I make something on the grill, it's usually wings or burgers because, well, I'm gringo. It's super good. Anyways, what do you prefer? Is this a fair comparison? The United States asados, oh boy, United States asados or the Ecuadorian asados? Which one do you prefer? And did you know that Ecuador won for the best asado in, I think, the world, or at least Latin America? They beat Chile, they beat Argentina. That's pretty incredible. I love a little ketchup on here, a little bit of mayo. I also love a slow-cooked brisket. Oh my goodness, that is a typical thing that we would have for a real good treat of an asado in the United States, but I do really enjoy these yappingachos as well. Not just like a potato, a grilled potato or something like that, but ooh, so good. Let me know what you think. Right in the comments below. What did I miss from the United States? We didn't talk about the hot dogs. Do you like hot dogs? Nope, doesn't like hot dogs, so didn't buy them. And we didn't talk about like the shish kebab. So you take a little stick and you put it with some vegetables and you put some meat on it, and it's a skewer, and you put it on the grill. Those are also very common in the United States, which I really, really like. But we have a lot of meat, a lot of food here to eat. I'm really excited about it. There's so many similarities, so many differences, but the sun is creeping really close to us and it's just gonna wash me out here pretty soon. I hope that you enjoyed this video for today. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok, Gringoylatinojon. And Moses, final words?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 2 words. Thanks, Mo. All right, we're gonna enjoy this food, and we'll see you guys next time, maybe for another asado, comparing some other countries, because I think the south of Latin America is very different than here in the north. But we'll see you guys next time, and for now, ciao.